Hi there folk, it's the humble Spud, and today we're going to play Bitlife as a wild aggressive Karen. Karen's story starts as a little baby, born as a result of a Tinder hookup. Relationship wise, this was the time when Karen was the most loved by her family because soon Karen's true nature will reveal itself, leading to her family hating her more and more as the years go by. Early on, Karen realized she'd have to acquire a Karen squad if she was to reach her true over-entitled potential, so she wasted no time in befriending another Karen-like girl. Karen grew up quickly and practiced her skills on everyone around her. Her first victim was her brother, who she reported to the manager, or how other children said it, complaining to mum. Karen got great satisfaction from complaining to their mum, which was the start of a lifelong obsession with complaining to whoever was in charge. Soon the family was joined by another brother, who kinda hated Karen from day one. At age 6 Karen started school. She decided if she's to become ruler of the school, she'd have to add to the Karen squad, so she befriended the girl in her class with the name closest to being Karen as possible. This bossy entitlement did not go down well with her classmates, and led to Karen being bullied a lot by the other children. But being a Karen decided to deal with her bullies by completely overreacting and violently attacking them, then argued with the school's manager aka the principal, when she was caught fighting, and argued some more with manager mum when she was suspended from school. This is when Karen learned that she really liked arguing and was the birth of a monster. Karen's argumentative attitude made the other children dislike her and avoid her, which caused Karen to feel lonely and isolated. So, when Karen started junior high, she tried really hard to fit in, but no club wanted her cause she was dumb as a bag of rocks. The only group that would give her a chance was the fashion club, but it was filled with artsy kids that Karen thought was below her. An outcast to the cool kids, and snubbing the artsy kids, Karen was the target of even more bullying, which she dealt with in the only way Karen knew how, by using violence, then arguing with the school's principal, manager and mum manager when caught. To cope with the constant rejection and bullying from her peers, Karen developed the bad habit of shoplifting. After all, she is a Karen, and felt like she was entitled to that stuff anyway. However, being rather dim, Karen got caught stealing and was dragged kicking and screaming to juvie, where she spent the next year. Now free, Karen started high school feeling very depressed. Despite this, she tried her best once more to fit in. Karen tried to join the only group that she felt like she belonged in, the mean girls, but even they didn't have the patience for Karen's behavior, and wanted nothing to do with her. Karen spent the rest of high school alone, and as an outsider, Karen's love of reporting the other children to the principal manager did not help this situation. Eventually Karen graduated from high school. Karen applied to university to gain the luxurious career she thought she deserved, but was rejected because her grades were really bad. To cope with not getting what she wanted, Karen returned to her old habit of petty crime and went shoplifting. Having not learned her lesson from last time, Karen got caught, despite her attempt to run from the cops, and spent the next 4 years in jail. Now, an adult, and freed from prison, Karen decided she needed a job, and went looking for work. Karen applied for all the jobs she thought was worthy of a Karen, but all of them rejected her, due to her criminal record. Unable to get full-time employment anywhere, Karen settled on Plan B, and got a part-time job as a caterer. Karen felt like this job and pay was below her, and that she deserved better, so she took every opportunity to take this frustration out on random members of the public. Completely miserable about not living the life of a superstar, Karen decided to scrap Plan B, and move on to Plan C, which was to marry an old rich guy. Karen wasted no time in finding herself a rich pensioner and quickly put a ring on his finger. To sweeten the deal and make sure her new husband gave her all his money, she had his baby, who she named Karen Jr. after herself in true Karen style. Now richer than she ever had been, Karen found new ways to pass the time. Karen enjoyed partying at the club, and used every chance she got to cause drama and start fights. Occasionally having to run from the cops just made this activity all the more exciting. Karen felt so empowered and entitled in her new life that she rewarded herself with a pair of Karen sunglasses. Karen continued to party and argue hard until one day tragedy struck when Karen's rich husband died. Heart broke that she no longer had a rich guy to spoil her and back her up when those pesky managers weren't respecting her rights as a Karen to complain and get everything she wanted. Karen decided to have her husband cremated and keep his urn. This was the start of her new hobby of collecting urns. To add to the sadness of her situation, Karen gave birth to another son. She named him Cardino and was now the rich single mother of two. Unable to cope with this pressure, Karen partied, argued, fought and drank until she became an alcoholic. Her life now a mess. Karen decided to bring back some stability to her life by finding another old rich guy to marry. After all, Karen's life was much better when she had someone to tell her how awesome and right she is. Karen quickly married her new rich old man, but insisted on keeping her last name Judges because Karen changes for no one. Little did she know though, that she had messed up big time, because her new old rich guy was actually not rich at all, and was in fact over $200,000 in debt, which would eat into Karen's already dwindling finances. How will Karen cope with this latest blunder? Will she divorce her new hubby? Will she turn to crime to enhance her bank account? Will she just party her troubles away? Or will she power through hard times in true Karen style and argue with anyone who questions her entitlement? Find out next time in part 2.